Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your monthly horoscope for February. I'm going to give you a broad overview, but then please stay with me. I will dive deep and give you in forensic detail all the dates and timings and influences, including the moon phases. Now, this is a month that does begin with a new moon in your sector of everyday communications, but you are going to have to choose your words rather carefully this month, and I'll explain why in a short while. But this can also be a month when you may start February off feeling a little bit frustrated about a financial matter that's been dragging on. But I'm set to give you very good news about this. And in a romantic context, if you are single, there's also something special set to manifest in that department too. But if you are new to my channel, I would be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Every time I drop a video, you'll get an alert on YouTube. Also, if you'd like to get your free written daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, you can do so by clicking on the link beneath this video. I've been writing these for over 25 years, and it would be a pleasure to share my work with you. Also, if you would like to ascend above this Zodiac broadcast and understand more about your personal astrology for the coming year, you can buy your 12-month forecast, and with my special package get your character analysis as well and get 30% off by seeing the link beneath this video. This is based on your time, date and place of birth and will give you searing insights right into the start of 2023. And finally, please stay with me for your in-depth report. So welcome Sagittarius to your monthly horoscope for February. So I mentioned that you would need to choose your words potentially carefully this month, and that's because Mercury, the planet of communication, is in retrograde through to the 3rd, but does emerge from shadow on the 5th. But that's not the only issue, because the new moon, which occurs on the 1st, is in your sector of everyday communications, which is a kind of Gemini influence, and of course Mercury is the planet that governs Gemini. So why is it that this new moon needs a little more care? Well, it's simply that Saturn, the planet of limitation and of restriction, is very, very close to the sun and the moon as that new moon is forged. Now, that doesn't mean to say that it's all bad news by any stretch of the imagination. It just means that because you can be a larger than life character and very optimistic and carefree, it's just saying, just measure out what you want to say. Really put careful consideration around anything important before committing to a text or message or an email or drafting some kind of business proposal. Because if you do, Saturn will support you wholesomely and help you to structure things in a very positive and dynamic way. But the 3rd house, where this new moon occurs, is also about siblings, and it's also about our neighbourhood, and it can be about technology. So all those areas have the opportunity to be revisited this month with the new moon support, but with Saturn in attendance, just careful consideration is required on all of those areas. But Mercury going direct on the 3rd is something to really celebrate. And if you have been waiting for some money to come through to you, as it comes out of shadow on the 5th, combines with Pluto in the early part of this month, your powers of analysis are really going to be crystal clear with the combination of Mercury and Pluto. But joyously, Venus and Mars are together pretty well exactly from the start of week 2 through to the end of the month in the sign of Capricorn. Now, of course, Venus is known to be the planet of relating, and this combination is quite spicy in the 2nd house. It's very sensual, a very Taurian link, and of course it's in the earth sign of Capricorn anyway. If there is somebody that you want to woo, I think a great way to do that would be through food. But then if it is your financial affairs that you're more orientated towards, Venus can attract goodness. It's known as the lesser benefic, your ruling planet Jupiter, the greater benefic. So you have an opportunity with the Venus's combination with Mars to use the charm and sophistication, if you like, of Venus, but the drive and willpower of Mars in a nicely balanced way to really go for what you feel is rightly yours. But if you are involved with anything to do with the preparation and selling of food, I think this is a tremendous combination. Now also, as this month begins, your ruler Jupiter does link into Venus and Mars, but that's in the 4th house of home, family, emotions. Some good news could be in the works if you're hoping for an addition to your clan, and that good news could come at any time during this month. But Uranus, the planet of surprises, does continue in your sector of work and everyday structures. And the need to continue to be flexible in this area is really important, because if you resist change, it could be a little bit futile. Why? Because we live in a world that's changing so quickly. It's already changed so many times as I'm saying this, because so many people are involved in different ways of changing our reality. A lot, of course, through technology. So the world is fast changing, and the more adaptable we are, and you are a very adaptable sign, the better you will do. So by taking that approach and being very open-minded, a financial or business or job opportunity could fall for you in the early part of this month, which could absolutely thrill you. Now Mercury actually returns to the sign of Aquarius on the 14th, and that's going to help any logjam that may have been caused by Saturn's close proximity to the Sun and the Moon on that new moon. It will speed things up. But on the 16th we do have a full moon, and this one is in the sign of Leo. Now, of course, for you, Leo is a fire sign. It's very much about expanding your horizons. It can be very much to do with that adventurous side of your nature. So if you have felt a little bit fenced in with all these earthly considerations, if you can break out in the last half of this month, it will do you the world of good. Whether it's doing something more rugged, like a good outdoor walk or a run or a cycle, or if you're lucky enough to be able to work your way around the various COVID rules that there are, you may decide that you want to head off somewhere completely different, and that also can be very good for your soul. But on the 18th we do have a big switch. The Sun moves to join up with Jupiter, your ruler, and also Neptune in the part of your horoscope to do with the home and family. So that potential for an addition to your family is further boosted, to be honest. And also Venus and Neptune repeat a gorgeous alliance that they shared in the first 12 days of this year, and that too can bring some really good news surrounding someone close to you, a property matter, something that just makes you feel so much more at ease and comfortable with life in general. It is true in the last 10 days that Mercury in your 3rd house is in a very brittle right angle with Uranus, and that's just kind of saying try not to stress about the things that you can't affect. Of course, that's very easy to say, and sometimes when we're living with such radical circumstances as COVID has been over the last couple of years, we've had to worry about things because we've had no choice. But I think if you've got a flow going on what you're wanting to prioritize and focus on in your life, as long as you can affect the things that may be causing a little bit of anxiety, you'll be fine with that. But the things you can't really control, well, those are the things that you really should try not to sweat, because they could make you feel a little bit on edge, and sleep could slightly be at a premium in the last 10 days of this month. But there's lots of opportunities for you to thrive this month, Sagittarius. It's been a pleasure being with you. Good luck and goodbye for now.